Hello, everyone. I'm Tangela, of course, your Pleiadean High Priestess, and I came to you tonight. I just wanted to share some information with you, and maybe something resonates, and we can pinpoint some of the areas in your life where there may be forces unseen that may be blocking you or painting illusions as if they have the power to block you. Okay, let's put it that way. So there are 7 princes of hell, right? Main ones that I want to focus on, and I wanted tonight to at least I want to do 3. I'm gonna see if 3. If I go past 16 minutes, then I won't do 3 because I'm trying to do something. Okay, all right. So dearly divine, beloved archangels of the purest white light and all those high vibrational beings of the white light, please give us the messages that you have for our Pleiadean collective. And let's dive into the collective consciousness. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for coming in and sealing me as I do so. 111 was on the clock when I started to say that, but I didn't want to stop, so excuse me. All right, so 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, somebody's name could be Jay. All right. And I kept seeing John 3:16. I kept seeing the message 3:16. Okay, and I have certain numbers that pop up with spirits that have crossed over that I have attached to certain numbers. So 3:16, the first thing. Okay, I know the scripture. I kept reading it as I seen it, but it would be the name that popped up first, John. So I'm like, how is John even significant? Because I don't have anybody close to me that's named John. My sister does, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's not personal to me. So anyway, as I was looking at the dichotomies between the fallen 7 and the angels, I looked up, I've been reading Inserts from Paradise Lost. So I looked up the book, and the author's name was what? John. And that all happened like at the same time, because I was like, it was like 3:16, and I'm like, okay, John. And I'm like, somebody's name is John. I always keep saying that, but I didn't have anybody that was significant to me. That name was John. So I just wanted to know why I kept seeing it, and I found out today. Okay, because there's a lot of dead, passed over authors and things of that nature that reach out to me because I'm a writer. You know what I'm saying? And I can write if my ADHD don't take over. Anyway, here we go. Asmodeus, I will assume he would come out since he's the most 314 Albert. Somebody's name could be Albert. Okay. Because I'll tell you in just a second. Hold on. I had those deadly sins in here with this. Okay, so what else? I'm just gonna pick Satan and Mammon. Okay, so we got lust, greed, and wrath. So that's pretty much what's going on right now. Because of our lust and our greed, there's going to be wrath brought upon us. 355, the Most High God is going to let Satan bring this wrath down upon the people who decide to stay in this lust and greed, okay? All right? Because lust can cause you to do things that are immoral, okay? Greed causes you to do things that are immoral. And wrath does too if you put down the wrath on someone else, but vengeance is the Most High God's. So, yes. So Asmodeus, let's start there with him. I might do steps because of the time. I gotta get, like a bigger, like a bigger drive. Anyway, Asmodeus. Okay, he's significant to me because look at the name. And if you just look in there, because this Asmodeus stood out to me because my dad's name is Amos. He passed over when he was 27. He was very dark and handsome. He was a ladies' man, even though he was married to my mother, okay? And, he had king energy, but he had somebody's name could be Helen. He had some demons, okay? So, it's just synchronistic. That's all. So, Asmodeus is here, okay? So, he's tempting you with your lust, your desires, okay? Your earthly things, earthly spirits, okay? He brings along to help tempt you as well. All right, so he says exploring the flesh is taking all the pleasures from the flesh and absorbing it into my own. A lust for knowledge and power. So 555. This is what's going on right now. People are lusting not so much after money anymore. They're lusting after knowledge and power, knowledge that they don't even need to know. And the fallen seven, from Aries to Libra, is the fallen seven. They gave up knowledge that we weren't supposed to have. So he's giving up knowledge right now that certain people shouldn't even have an access to. Like Eve she was not the equivalent to Lilith, so she wasn't supposed to have access to that knowledge. But the fallen thought, hey, forget that. He's a Taurus energy. Asmodeus is a Taurus energy, okay? So very earthly. He says, my business is to plot against the newly wedded, so they may not know one another, and sever them utterly by many calamities, and waste away the beauty of the virgin woman, and estrange her heart. So, like, that's pretty much what's going on with a lot of the chosen women. They aren't married. Anybody that comes to them, they seem to disappear. This demon is very prevalent right now, okay? There, but with us chosen, we are not scared of these demonic forces, okay? But people that don't supposed to have this knowledge, they are fearful of these forces, but yet they play with them. And the devil and his minions are all tricky. I see, even though Satan is supposed to be the devil, our adversary, I see Asmodeus as more of the king of demons. Yeah, they even call him the king of demons. As more of a more powerful presence than Satan. Okay, Satan they both share the same planet, Venus, Libra, and Taurus. So Satan and Asmodeus. That's synchronistic too. To me, I'm a Libra. So, but yes, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, the Satan, okay. So yeah, he's going to test you. He wants to absorb your flesh into his own. So everything about you, he wants to take it away and make it his own. And as he owns you with these lusts that he tempts you with. Okay? All right. What I want to see is what angel wants to come out as an angel that this Asmodeus can't stand. Shekinah. Shekinah glory. Call on Shekinah glory. Okay? Call on the Archangel Zuriel, who is also a Libra. Okay? And Shekinah. Somebody could be 30. Oh my goodness, y'all. Somebody could be 39. All right, I'm 39, y'all. Look at the number. 27. Didn't I say my dad was 27 when he died? This is Asmodeus Amos. I'm 39. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You can't make this stuff up. Okay. All right, so yeah, y'all. Okay, so for the demon, Asmodeus, you want to call on Shekinah and Zariah. I'm sorry, they took me for a loop, y'all. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get 2 for Satan, or whatever comes out for Satan. What angel is Satan vexed by? Spirit. Okay. Zathkiel. Zathkiel, she hardly ever comes out too. Okay, Zathkiel, I'm not sure how to say her name, but she reminds me of the Isis energy, okay? So, the Mother Moon goddess. Okay, this archangel, Satan, is vexed by her, okay? The evil one. Okay, Satan is here. His name is, he's a Libra, okay? And he's the tempter, the evil one, unforgiving. Okay, he's an arbitrator. His task is to test humanity's loyalty to God and see if you are worthy to enter his kingdom. So God is allowing Satan to test you right now to see if you're worthy to enter his kingdom. Okay? And then you also being tempted by the demon Asmodeus with all this lust, okay, and power of not so much money anymore as it is the lust for knowledge, which people understand is power, which then will give you the money, and in the wrong hands, that's why the authority is being abused. That's why all the communities that we start are being infiltrated. You understand? Because we have to take a stand at some point. We can't just say, okay, well, that's them. We're going to let them slide and they do whatever they do. Just like we speak out against all this other stuff, we have to speak out against things that we feel like is not right. Now, I'm not a part of anything, no matter how I speak, that is going to take advantage of the collective. If I can't help, if we can't do equal give and take, you understand, then there's nothing that we can do. All right, so, and right now I'm just obeying God, okay? And there's psyops out here and people out here that if you aren't strong enough, they will discourage you because you will begin to look at the lust of having this knowledge. Now you have all these subscribers. Now you have all these likes. So now you're a slave to those likes and those subscribers and how many, and you lose focus of the past, and we just stroking people's ego. Because the prophets didn't always come with good news. The prophets came with shit we didn't want to hear sometimes. A lot of the time. Once we get on a level, I understand our Father taking his time with us because we were traumatized. But then once we get on the level, it's our duty. So that the ones that's coming up behind us don't have to go through that step. They can have an opportunity to skip that step and say, hey, here come a psyop that you can fall into that'll make you lose time. It'll take you off of focus. You'll be back in the wheel thinking that you independent, but you still a slave because you can't stop doing what you're doing now because you depended upon that. That's not freedom either. Because what comes from God, I don't need to have to stroke your ego every day. I shouldn't have to do that, right? So there's certain stances that we're going to have to take. I'm definitely finna do a part 2 because I want to upload the video in a certain type of way. And I'm going to try to end it at 16 minutes. And I kind of went on longer than I wanted to get into the message. But hey, everything happens for a reason. So yeah, this has tripped me out. I'm 39. Every time I see this demon Asmodeus, I think of my dad because his name is Amos. And like I said, he died at 27. Then the angels come out. Uriel, 27. Shekinah, the number 39. And now we got Isis out here for Satan. Isis gonna, this archangel, I cannot say her name, but we're gonna read about him here in the next video. I'll be right back. Part 2.